This is the Kage Kult Show. All thoughts, opinions, and ridiculous statements are obviously those of a certifiable mental case and should only be taken with a grain of salt. Cumulus Media and its subsidiaries obviously don't condone the actions or words of Jesse Cage or any of the characters portrayed on the show. Rock 100.5.
Welcome, my friends. Welcome to the abortion of the airwaves of Atlanta. I'm Jesse Cage. That's Brando.
It's me, a Brando.
I think I'm having a hemorrhoid issue.
An hemorrhoid issue, you say?
A hemorrhoid issue. Back when I was wrestling back in the day, I would work out a lot, and you can get hemorrhoids if you strain a lot.
Sure.
And I remember very specifically, I was on a bench press. I was really, really working it. Really trying to get that weight up. And felt it immediately. I'm like, oh, the hell is that? So I go to the doctor. He's like, oh, that's a hemorrhoid.
You have to sit on a donut?
No. He just gave me some medicine that I had to pump up there,
Yep.
But I haven't had this feeling in a long time. And all of a sudden, it feels like I was working out today, and and I'm like, oh, no. Do I have a hemorrhoid?
Oh.
Did this happen?
Oh.
So I just had to go to the bathroom. I don't know why I'm telling you this.
Yeah, this is, I mean, we get TMI on the show, but this is some serious TMI.
So I'm already a germaphobe, but we've talked about that. I don't like going into the Cumulus compound bathroom because it's filthy.
It's disgusting. There's pee on the floor,
So I go in, and I've got to take some, piece of toilet paper on my finger and try to,
Yeah.
And, relieve it a little bit, push it. They say if you just push it back in, it's going to be okay.
Is that true?
That is true. That's what my doctor said.
I've never had a hemorrhoid. Knock on Formica, I guess.
Right. No, you're lucky, because it sucks.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm hoping I'm just under some stress right now, some stuff going on. We're going on vacation in a couple weeks, so I feel like I need a nice hemorrhoid vacation. I think it'll relieve everything.
Probably. I mean, it has been a stressful time here. I don't want to get too much into it, but yeah, it's been a lot.
I'm trying to get you paid. I'm trying to get you a new deal. I'm trying to do these things, and I'm not martyring myself.
No,
but it is stressful trying to get those things done for your friends and family, which I guess I consider you family as well, Brando. So there it is. But we're gonna find out if we're compatible.
Oh no.
There is a list here of 6 signs you found a keeper.
Oh, a keeper, you say?
Right, so I'm going to see if you're a keeper, because I've joked on the show that I'm going to look for a new producer if you keep screwing certain things up.
Uh-huh.
But this last week or so, you've done a pretty good job, so I kind of backed off it. So I'm going to find out if you're a keeper or not. 6 signs. They're the first person you want to share good or bad news with. It means you're comfortable being open and honest. And they'll celebrate with you or be there to support you. You're the second person, I think.
Yeah.
Crystal's number 1.
Yeah, but we text.
Actually, you're the third. Oh. Laura is number 2.
Okay.
Your mom is number 2.
All right.
So that's still in there. If you land in the top 3 of any of these, I'm going to say you're a keeper.
Cool.
So number 1, keeper. You feel like you're the real you around them. You're comfortable and don't feel like you got to put on a show to make them like you. I feel like I could be real around you.
Yeah.
I just talked about pushing a hemorrhoid in my butt.
Yeah, yes, you did.
You communicate well, even when things get tough. Like after a fight, you're quick to talk it through or say sorry, and you're respectful of each other.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. There's the initial I hate you.
Yeah, well, that's...
when you put the wrong sweeper in or the wrong piece of imaging. I know we're getting all radio on you there, Kage Kult, but those little sounders and stuff that you hear.
Those things.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You feel like you're on the same team, and you're willing to make sacrifices sometimes just to make the other person happy. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're on the same team. When it comes to the radio station, you and I are on the same team.
It does sometimes feel like us against the world. It really does.
So there is that. So we're nailing this, man. We're 4 for 4.
I think so.
Your friends like them. You shouldn't let your friends totally dictate how you live your life, but when they don't like the person you're with, it's usually a big red flag. Yeah. Yeah, everybody seems to like you.
Yeah, I like to think that I'm generally liked.
The Kage Cult feels like you're a good dude.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, coming into this, like, I knew the Kage Cult is a force.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, oh, God, what if they don't like me?
Yeah, are you going to be accepted?
I was worried. I really was.
I think they've accepted you.
I like to think at this point they have.
You're proud to be with them. And they're proud of you, too. Relationships that are built on mutual respect and appreciation tend to last the longest. Like, proud to be seen with you?
Come on. You don't like my Batman Hawaiian shirt?
No, like the random 60-year-old golf attire that you wear.
This is cool. Oh, come on. Actually, you know what it is? It's great sidekick wear. I'm the sidekick in every sitcom.
You are.
Right?
You're not taking the shine off. I got a new Striper shirt on today.
I know. I wasn't good at
Which, by the way, feels a little weird. It's been a while since I wore a Striper shirt. I went to see Striper over the weekend. Like we've said, theologically, me and Striper are on two total opposite ends of the spectrum. But Michael Sweet, the lead singer, buddy of mine, I mean, they're great dudes, right? But it literally, Striper, on their logo,
yeah,
it has Isaiah 53:5 on it. So normally I'm wearing, like, pentagrams and stuff.
It's not the Striper shirt so much as the fact that there is a proverb right there.
No, it's Isaiah.
Well, that's, yeah.
No, it's not out of Proverbs.
Okay, well. Oh, my God.
Isaiah 53:5, it is, by his stripes we are healed.
So,
right, cool, man. Look, as much as I worship the devil, I worship God, right? I mean, let's be honest. It's just a T-shirt. But again, you're proud to be seen with me even in Isaiah 53:5 shirt. So I guess, yeah, dude. I guess you're a keeper. Let's make out.
Hey!
Yep, and you thought you had issues. Jesse Cage, afternoons on Rock 100.5.
Rock 100.5, Atlanta's rock station. It's the Kage Kult Show. 3 o'clockers, high fives to you. So Bad Religion going to be in town August 14th, playing out at the Mask. I just heard that show is half sold out already. So clearly, the Bad Religion show at the Masquerade August 14th will sell out. Why don't you go for free? Why don't you be caller 10 404-741 Rock? It's nice and easy. Not going to make you, pull a rabbit out of your ass or anything. Just caller 10 404-741-7625. Bad Religion at the Mask. Good luck. You know what, dude? I'm just broken.
Yeah?
It's Rock 100.5, Atlanta's rock station. Yeah, so we opened up the show, and it was awesome. We're talking about how compatible we are, you and I, and twisting that around and joking about the fact that I think I've got a hemorrhoid, and but it's more than just the stress of work. It's more than me just trying to get you your deal and all these other things. I'm broken. I am a broken individual. And I don't want to use this as a tease type deal. Well, hang on. I'll tell you why I'm broken. So hang on. We're just going to delete I'm going to delete this song.
Okay.
Well, I was going to be like, I'll tell you about it here in a second because can't break format. Let's not break format.
We got to get the people's attention.
This show is, if nothing else, it's real.
Yeah.
We bring it to you every day, and it's just honest. And, goddamn it, sometimes the jester cries. And if you've been with us for any length of time, you know that my dad passed away back in December. And it shattered me. In the last couple of months, I've had some really good days, and I've had some really bad days. And for the most part, I don't bring those bad days on the radio because we're all dealing with some sort of ish in our lives. We're all dealing with loss, whether that's of a parent, a child, a job. We all deal with these things, so the whole point of the Kage Kult Show is to help kind of take you out of those moments and just kind of give you the, ha-ha, Jesse Cage has a hemorrhoid. But it's why I have a hemorrhoid. I think one of the biggest deals here is I am so broken still about my father passing away. And I know it's only been like 6 months, and I'm going to be hurting for a long time. And I know people, you're going to call me and you're going to like, yeah, man, I lost my dad 6 years ago and it's still no better. And then somebody else called, man, I lost my dad 10 years ago. And, some days, it's okay. You start to deal with it differently. I don't see that light at the end of this tunnel. I don't see that I'm going to deal with this one day. I was talking to my wife last night about this weekend. We're just looking to make weekend plans. And Father's Day is on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, the first Father's Day, I'm going to be fatherless. And she was being really sweet, obviously, and she's sympathetic and empathetic to what I'm going through. And she's like, oh, we'll do some fun stuff. We'll do some stuff that your dad would have loved to do. It's going to be okay. And I was like, it is not okay.
Mm-hmm.
It'll never be okay. And she didn't mean anything by it, clearly. And
I
didn't lash out at her. I'm yelling at myself. I just told her, I was like, it's not going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever see this being okay. And I know, again, she did not mean it like, it's going to be okay,
right.
Get over it. That's not at all what she meant. She was trying to be sympathetic. And she's right. I should go out and do something on Sunday that my dad would have loved to do. So then we have that conversation. We eat dinner. And I go to bed. And I just dream about my dad all night. One of the dreams, he was unconscious in the bed that I saw him die in. And I was just sitting next to him. I'm crying, and I'm holding his hand, and and he squeezed my hand like 3 or 4 times. And I'm like, whoa, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. And then the next scene of my dream, we're watching a Dolphins game.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad wasn't a huge football fan. He watched football because I liked football. He watched the Dolphins, and him and my mom would watch the games and then call me and be like, oh, did you see that play? Of course I saw that play.
I watch it religiously.
And he Mika Fitzpatrick gets a pick, and he turns around and he looks at me. And again, this is all my dream last night. And he looks at me, and my dad would just, he was happy that the pick happened in my dream. It's funny to even talk like that.
No, but of course, dreams.
But he would always, when he was live, he would smile at me in a way that I knew he was smiling, yes, because he was happy, but he was smiling because I was happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a dad, so I don't know, that. But I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And I understood even things that he couldn't give a crap about. He would look at me with a smile, knowing that I was happy. And I just want to be happy again. I don't know, what do you do? What do you do when your job, and I'm sorry, man, if I'm bringing you down, Kage Kult, go to the river. Do whatever you need to do. I
don't tell him that.
No, I don't care. Because this is what radio is, man. This is what it should be. It's being honest with your audience.
Mm-hmm.
It's not making a fool of your audience or anything else. It's just being honest, man. And if you don't like honesty, then you don't like the Kage Kult Show. And look, I don't want to turn this into being mad, but I am. I'm mad. I'm mad that my dad is dead. I'm mad that he is not around. I am mad that he's not going to be here on Sunday.
And I think that those are fine things to feel. Look, and I'm going to sound like just such a kind of a dick saying this, but like in today's society or whatever, it's okay to not be okay. Man, your dad's not coming back, and it sucks. It sucks,
yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's ever going to not suck again, because it's just going to keep sucking. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of what life is, We're all broken and breaking constantly,
right.
And we find that other people in this world hurt the same way that we do, and that gives us a little bit of hope. It lets us rebuild in ways that we couldn't before.
Right.
Because, yeah, it sucks ass. It's the worst thing in the world, but how amazing is it in life that we have something that we care about so much, people that we care about so much that it hurts this bad when they're gone. You know? And
you're right. You're right.
I'm not trying to make you feel better here.
I know you're not. I know exactly what you're trying to do, and it's appreciated because you're right. You know, life does suck sometimes.
Yeah.
But again, this is the reason that we do this show, is to be honest with the Kage Kult. It's to make sure that we can, you know, have these conversations, because you're right. Other people are dealing with the same stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just I hate to bring the audience down when it's our jobs to lift the audience up. It literally is our jobs to do that.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes that's the beautiful thing about the Kage Kult too, is, I mean, we lean on them as much as they lean on us.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Probably
Family,
more.
Dude.
Probably more. That's what, I mean, our great audience is there for.
Yeah, we definitely lean on them more. I promise you that.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
I promise you that we lean on them more. All right. A lot of people calling. We'll get to some phone calls here in a couple minutes. This doesn't have to turn into a whole, you know, you're going to be okay, Jesse, type deal. But I do want to have those conversations, you know, on or off the air. So I appreciate Hillbilly Steve, the pirate Davey. Davey Jones is on the phone.
I mean, he's a fan, right? Like,
yeah. Is it Gray or Greg, you think, right there?
Greg?
Did Sam screw that up?
I don't know. It's Greg. It's like, maybe it is Greg.
It's
but with
Greyg?
Yeah, right.
Right. And Mario, I'll get to you here in a couple minutes as well. And our computer doesn't work. I mean, why would it?
Well, right?
Why would it? See? F you, universe.
Go ahead and drink the Kool-Aid. Nothing bad ever came of that, right?
Rock 100.5 Kage Kult Show. It's Jesse Cage. Coming up at 5 o'clock for Cage Rage, I got a family 4-pack of tickets for this Sunday's Braves game. You can get out and celebrate Father's Day with your pop as the Braves beat up on the Phillies. Again, Cage Rage at 5 o'clock. If you're just joining the show, man, we came shooting out like a cannon. It was a great start to the show. We're laughing. We're having a good time. And then I hit a wall, man, thinking about that very day, thinking about Father's Day, and just going, dude, I am broken. I'm just having a hard time. This is going to be my first Father's Day without Papa Cage, and I got a lot of you on the line that want to talk about it. So as long as you guys want to talk about it, let's do it.
So listen, I'm not gonna fluff. I'm not gonna try and make you feel better or anything like that. But I will tell you this: 2015, I lost my mom in September, my dad in October, and my mother-in-law in November. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be honest with you: you will never, ever get over it. You will always grieve, but you have to find ways of basically doing things to remember them, right? Doing things to keep them in the thoughts. I mean, there's nights when I sit there and cry because of my dad not being there, my mom not being there. I didn't get to see my mom pass away. Mm-hmm. I saw my dad a month before he passed away. So you're never going to get over it. Just like Brando said, it sucks. It's the worst feeling in the world. But you have to cherish what you had in the past, and also cherish the future, and do those things that you like to do with them.
Right.
That's the only way you're going to get some kind of better feeling, because it's always going to be there. That sorrow, that sadness is always going to be there.
Yep.
But you fill it with cherishing the memories.
I love you, Mario. I appreciate you, my friend.
You know, I love you too, man. And you're more than just a radio host to me. We've spent some time personal together and everything like that. And so I'm always there for you if you need to lean on me.
All right, Mario. Thank you, brother. I love you, man.
All right, see you guys. Brando, have a good one.
Cheers. Rock 100.5 Kage Kult Show. What's going on?
Hey, I just wanted to say, I lost my mom 10 years ago, mm-hmm. and it always sucks. But it's like a scar that, you have that scar forever. And what you really need to do is, as it is right now, so I'm sorry, you'll bleep that.
You're good, man.
As bad as it is right now, think of all the awesome times between you and your dad. It's been 10 years. My mom, she had dementia. She was diagnosed when I was 27. Mm-hmm. I was your caretaker for the last few years of her life. I was 26. I'm 31 and she's passed away. And I've been her parent for 5 years. And 10 years later after she's died, and it still hurts occasionally, but I still remember all the great times, all the great stuff. And this isn't the typical, it'll be okay. I mean, it kind of is, but in the end, it's like, it's just a change, and it's a change that sucks, but it doesn't have to, as long as you fight it with remembering all the awesome stuff between you and your dad, like when he called you watching the Dolphins game.
Well, dude, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk, my friend.
All right, later, buddy.
Cheers, man. Bye-bye. Rock 100.5 Kage Kult Show. Steve, what's up, brother?
How you doing?
It's been a day, man, but all good. We'll make it.
And I just want to tell you, I want to congratulate you for having a good enough relationship with your dad before he died that you feel the way you do.
Right.
Because when my dad died, it was after years of pitting everybody in the family against each other and creating all kinds of bad feeling. And then when he was gone, there was a whole lot of bad feeling there and not a whole lot of good feeling and not a whole lot of wonderful memories, and that's what people thought about.
Sure.
So I really congratulate you for having that good a relationship with your dad that you were affected like this.
It's a good perspective, dude, and I appreciate that.
Have a wonderful day.
Hey, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, man. Cheers. Rock 100.5 Kage Kult Show. Diane, what's going on?
So I heard what you said on the radio, and number one, that took guts, man, and it was really real, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, baby.
And number two, my daddy died of a heart attack when I was 5 years old. I'm 40 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
I got two memories of him. I know he had brown hair, and I can't really remember what his face looks like with my adult eyes.
Right.
But I wanted to tell you to cherish the things that you've had with your dad, the memory, all this kind of stuff, because nobody could even tell me what my daddy liked to eat for dinner or what color his eyes were, because now that I'm an adult and I started asking these questions, nobody remembers. You know, I would like to know. I know that probably most of the good stuff I must have got from him because my mom's a real B word. But
damn, bitches are crazy.
I hear that.
Yeah, bitches are crazy. He died doing it with my mom. Like, it was on 4th of July weekend, and they got, like, really, they partied a lot, and then he had a heart attack doing it with my mom.
Wow. Well, I mean, it got to go out. That's the way to do it, man.
Same way you came into this world.
We got that killer.
Man. All right, Diane. Well, listen, baby, I appreciate your perspective.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You enjoy your Father's Day, and I think your wife's right. You should do something your daddy would have liked you to have done.
I love that. Thank you, Diane.
All right.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Rock 100.5. Jordan, what's going on, my friend?
What's going on, buddy?
It's one of those days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Look, man, I lost my dad in 2015, and it was rough.
Right.
And I found something for me. I had a memory of climbing Stone Mountain with him when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just one of my favorite memories. So what I do... my bad. What I do is I go up the Stone Mountain right there at the lake in front of the mountain. And he drank Bud Light, so I'll take a 6-pack of Bud Light. I go up there, cry, talk to him, whatever. You know, it's just something that I remember him fondly of, a place I feel close to him. And I think that's something you need to do. It really helped me in my mental health. And I mean, it never gets better, but I think that's something you need to do is find a memory or a place where you can just be alone. Turn your phone off, get the away.
Yep.
You know, that's what helped me. But don't worry about the Kage Kult, man. We like to see a human moment from you.
Right on, Jordan. Well, I appreciate you listening and sticking by me, my friend.
Yeah, man, keep your head up, you know. I ain't gonna bullshit. It doesn't really get any easier. It's just something you deal with.
All right, Jordan, enjoy the rest of your day, okay, my friend?
All right, man, I love you guys.
Love you too, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Because therapy is too expensive.
It's the Kage Kult Show on Rock 100.5.
Rock 100.5, Atlanta's rock station. It's the Kage Kult Show. I'm Jesse Cage, Brando in hanging out. There's this chick in Scotland.
Scotland. I love Brave.
Ireland. Scotland.
Scotland.
Haggis.
Aye.
Haggis.
Willie. You cheese-eating surrender monkeys. I don't do a good Willie.
Get in my belly.
It's the same voice for Shrek, by the way. Lazy Mike Myers.
It's a brilliant voice.
It's one voice. I'm just saying.
It's a brilliant voice. How would you have changed it?
I don't know. I'm not the character actor Mike Myers. I don't know what his voice.
You're right, you're not.
Man.
And he did it his way. The same way twice. A woman in Scotland ended up having to be cut out of a children's toy car with a bread knife on Friday.
What in the hell did you just say? That is, I'm sorry. Like, sometimes you'll bring these stories to the table, and I'm just like, did you just kind of let your phone autocomplete? Because, what?
Zoe Archibald, she's 34, hot as well.
Oh, good. That's important.
Climbed into her cousin's red and yellow Little Tykes car. You know what I'm talking about, that red and yellow car. It's got like the kind of high hood on it or whatever.
I'm familiar with the vehicle.
Yeah, you are. And she was joking how she thought she could fit in it. But once she got wedged inside, quote, there is no way she could get herself out, said her nephew. She tried to wiggle herself out of the car for over an hour. So as it's funny to picture it. She's standing, okay?
Yep.
They put the car kind of over her head to see if she could get it down to her feet and she could sit. It got stuck midway, so she looked like a tiny tyke transformer.
Oh.
Just terrible.
It's like a...
Picture the worst transformer ever, the most unintimidating transformer ever.
An Autonaut.
Right. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, thank you.
I see what you did there.
It's not my best work, but...
So, it's not. The father then had to go get a bread knife. A bread knife.
Yeah.
To cut the car off her.
Wow. I don't
so
know
after an hour.
I don't know if that's the most efficient knife.
Dude, getting stuck someplace.
Sucks.
Especially for an hour.
Oh, God.
I was stuck between my brother's bed and his dresser when I was a kid. So he's 5 years older than me, and we'd be horsing around.
Oh, you roughhousing
sons of bitches.
Yeah, ne'er-do-wells.
What?
Ne'er-do-well. I don't know. It's something that they used to call, like, problematic kids, I guess. Jokes.
Yeah, never heard that.
What?
An air-do-well?
Air, like never do well, but they would spell it without the V, so
sure
it's ne'er-do-well.
Yeah, whoever they are, they would do that.
Like Mark Twain or something.
So I jumped off, my brother's story is I jumped off the bed. I was pushed off the bed.
Okay.
And my head is just stuck between the dresser and the bed.
Oh,
okay?
No.
Big bed, like big base to the bed.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Drilled into the wall because we were roughhousers. Okay?
Ne'er-do-wells.
And the huge desk, and so almost an hour and a half because my parents were not home.
Right.
He was 5 years older than me. He's babysitting. Right. He should not have been babysitting that young.
Probably not. He just knows how to dial the phone a little better than you.
So I'm stuck there, and finally my mom and dad get home. They're like, where's Jesse? Where is he? My brother's like, I don't know. Don't know where, because he knew he pushed me.
Of course.
Fell off the bed.
He did it like Lion King. You were like holding on to the edge of the bed, and he goes, long live the king, and just throws you off of it.
At least he knew who the favorite was. At least he knew I was the king. My mom, Jesse! Jesse! I'm like, help me! Help me! So she comes out. My dad comes in. He's got to move the whole dresser over. So I'm stuck there, like I said, for over an hour. So this chick, I feel her pain.
Yeah.
I get it. You ever been stuck someplace?
Yes, I have. It's... you've been to Disney World, of course, a bunch of times.
A million times.
You
right?
know the old Haunted Mansion ride? Not the new updated one, but the old one.
I know all about it.
We got stuck on that for an hour and a half.
We used to call it Phalange City, by the way.
If I wasn't with my brother, it might have been, but I was
It's
with
Handjob City.
I don't know if we would have called it the same thing, but we got stuck for an hour and a half on this thing.
Okay.
And we got stuck in one of the parts. So it's one of the rides that like you like see different scenes and
Of course,
stuff.
yeah.
So we saw the same scene on repeat for an hour and a half.
You think that's as bad as having your head stuck between a bed and a dresser?
Normally, I would say no, but for the next 3 days, I would like trying to go to sleep. It would play in my brain.
Yeah.
I would hear it echoing through the grooves of my brain.
I think it's still there. That's some passion right
Yeah,
there.
a little bit.
404-741-7625, 404-741-ROCK. Kage Kult, give me a story, it says, to a time that you were stuck someplace. Rock 100.5, Kage Kult Show. Who's this?
Cody.
Cody, where'd you get stuck, dude?
Dude, I got stuck up in a deer stand.
You got stuck on a deer stand. What happened?
Well, it's actually, the climbing stand, there's two parts.
Yeah.
And I got up, turned around, and as soon as I sat down, the foot part, the climbing part, fell all the way to the ground.
Oh no!
How high were you?
About 60 feet in the air.
Gotcha. And you were stuck there for how long?
About 8.5 hours.
Oh!
Was there a point where you were like, I'm going to die here?
At one point, man, I seriously considered that because, I mean, I'm out in the middle of the woods by myself.
Yeah, right.
Damn, how did you get rescued?
Chopped off a limb.
How the hell does chopping off a limb get you off a deer stand?
Yeah, it worked for James Franco.
Right, he was stuck someplace, right?
So was this guy.
No, he was stuck between something, so he had to take a limb off to get down. He would chop a limb off and go, well, I can still move just as freely. I'm just going to drop my arm 60 feet.
It might work.
Well, I actually fired about 3 shots, from my rifle, and the game warden showed up about 30 minutes later.
There you go. Why did it take you so long to fire those shots off, bro? Were you just hoping someone was going to walk by?
He was saving them just in case he needed
Well,
them.
if he saw a nice buck, I mean, I get it. He was there to do something.
Oh, no, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't want to scare the deer, man. I was trying to make the best of the situation.
I knew it. Brother, Cody, we appreciate you, man.
All right, man.
Cheers, dude. Rock 100.5 Kage Kult Show. Steve, what's up, man?
I got stuck in the closet in a bedroom of an older married woman while I was a junior in high school and was banging her out.
All right, so were you banging her out and then the husband came home?
Yes.
This is like straight. This is a movie, man. This guy lived the movie.
That's several movies, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, okay, so you're stuck in the closet, and what's going on? I mean, are they doing it while you're stuck in the closet?
Well, I guess that would have made a better story, but luckily they weren't.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
But he came home. I couldn't get out of the bedroom. He shoved me in the closet. He comes in. They're talking like nothing's going on. He's going there. Finally, the dude goes, he'll get him something for dinner and get a six-pack so I can get the hell out of it.
How long were you in there?
About an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
15 minutes longer than my head was stuck between the bed and the dresser.
It's like a sitcom. Like he opens the door, throws his coat on you, closes it again. I mean, come on.
I'm pretty sure that happened to Alf. Ha!
Oh
Willie!
my God.
I'm stuck in the closet!
But can you imagine being stuck in a closet and just sweating your brains out? You're a junior in high school.
No.
And this big guy finds you.
No, because if he found you, you were going to die, a junior in high school. Steve, thanks for listening, brother.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great day. Always fun listening to you on the way home.
We appreciate it, man. Cheers.
WNNX College Park, a Cumulus station.
Your audio middle finger. It's Cage Rage on Rock 100.5. Brought to you by John Foy and Associates.
404-741-ROCK, 404-741-7625. If you have the best Cage Rage tonight, going to get your ass hooked up with a family 4-pack of tickets for this Sunday's Atlanta Braves game at SunTrust Park. That is Father's Day, so get the family out, enjoy yourselves. Braves, Phillies, going to be kick-ass. You just got to get angry for them. What is going on in your world that you need to vent about? 404-741-ROCK, 404-741-7625. Rock 100.5 Cage Kult Show. Blaine, do you got a Cage Rage for me?
Yeah, bro, man. I got my tooth right now. I got what they call root reabsorption. So that means that my tooth is acting like a baby tooth and it's being absorbed by the body. So it's going to get ready to kick out within a year's time.
Okay. Hang on, Blaine. Hang on a second. Yeah. So you have a tooth that is resorting to a baby tooth, so your body is reabsorbing it into your jaw? I don't understand.
It's eating away at the root. It's reabsorbing the root.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds bad.
Your tooth is cannibalizing itself?
Yeah, my jaw's cannibalizing the tooth. It's saying, get out. It's evicting me.
Well, that's no good.
Well, how much pain are you in, Blaine? I mean, because obviously if anything with the root, that sucks, right?
Well, right now, actually, I don't feel it. I only felt it a few days ago because, just a little irritation, and I thought it was just a gum infection. So my dentist is saying, no, you got it's starting to disappear. You're getting a hole right there. So and then they diagnosed me. They sent me to a specialist, and I can't get it done because the insurance won't cover it.
Oh, my God. So basically, you just have to let it turn into an abscess? You literally have to let your tooth become the pit of sorrow?
Pretty much, yeah. That's what they're telling me. They're trying to work on it to find coverage, but I say, well, you have to wait 12 months before it kicks in. So I say, the tooth's going to fall out before this. What's the point of paying you?
And I can imagine once there's just an abscess there, there's going to be some pain involved.
Probably, as abscesses are wont to be.
So, yeah.
Wow, that sucks, Blaine. All right, go ahead and yell Cage Rage as loud as you can.
Cage Rage!
You went to the dentist today, didn't you, Brando?
I did.
Any weird abscess things going on?
No, God.
Hang on, not you, Blaine. Hang on. Brando went this morning, so you're good? No baby teeth getting eaten or anything?
No, nothing, but now I'm kind of worried that maybe he missed something.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
Do you have your wisdom teeth still?
No.
All right, so
they're gone.
You had, all right, so you both had that. Did you have a smooth wisdom tooth surgery?
I did, but my brother did not. His was, like, awful.
Okay, so I went into the dentist, and I'm pretty sure he was a new dentist. He was a young dude. Young cowboy dentist, if you will.
Yeah, hot shot, young gun.
Like, I can do this. And so I go in, and he goes, oh, yeah, those wisdom teeth need to come out. And I go, all right, well, that's going to suck. He goes, no, man, I'm going to put you under. It's going to be no big deal. You come back tomorrow, we'll take care of it. I go, all right, cool. So I make the appointment. I go in the next morning. He goes, you know what, Jesse? You look like a tough guy. Anytime a sentence starts with that, you're not.
I don't want a doctor to tell me that.
You look like a tough guy. I'm not going to give you the gas. I'm just going to give you some Novocaine, and we're going to take those puppies out. And I go, well, you're the dentist, doc. So he sits there. The first three, pop, 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 came right out. I'm like, wow, this guy is really good.
Yeah.
The last one, he's pulling my wisdom tooth out.
Oh, no.
And it cracks.
Oh, that happened to my brother.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know what he did? The young cowboy upstart dentist
shot it with a 6-shooter?
He gets up, and he puts his foot on the corner of the chair.
Oh, no.
For leverage. A dentist. A real doctor. I wasn't in some alley someplace. I was in a doctor's office. Foot up on the chair so he could get leverage to yank my damn tooth out.
Oh, my God.
So all that to be said, Blaine, I'm going to give you tickets for the game this weekend, but you're lucky that didn't happen, pal.
I'm glad I got put out for that surgery, yeah.
Enjoy the Braves game for Father's Day, brother.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
It's Beerski 30. Time for Beerski 30. It's Beerski 30 on the Kage Kult Show.
Rock 100.5. Got the Heine over there, right?
Yeah, I already opened it. I realized it was kind of my mistake.
You went a little early, did you?
It's been a long day, man.
It has been a long day. It has been an emotional day, so I will proudly crack this Heine and high fives to you.
Still sounds good.
Hang on. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we should have done that earlier. I should have cracked mine, too.
I'm surprised you didn't.
Man, that felt good.
Very nice.
I think I just exorcised a demon.
Something evil came out.
North Korean general executed by being thrown into... Kim Jong-un has executed one of his generals.
Okay, I feel like he probably does that a lot.
Accused of planning a coup. In a method inspired by a James Bond film, the dictator used a specially designed piranha-filled tank.
Oh, my God.
Built for the execution, which took place in his presidential palace. So it's not like it was a tank somewhere else.
No, it's in
this lunatic.
The evil lair.
I don't know if Dr. Evil's in the corner or what the hell's going on.
Yeah, it's right next to the death ray and then a metal table that we have a laser pointed at.
Sources claim the man's arms and torso were slashed open with knives before he was dumped in the tank.
Oh, my God.
It's not been yet confirmed if the general died from his injuries or if he was eaten alive by the fish. The aquarium is said to be filled with hundreds of these piranhas from Brazil. Some believe Kim got the piranha execution method from the 1977 James Bond film, The Spy Who Loved Me. I could see that. He seems like one of those dudes that's going to look at that. I can do that. I don't know if that's
not what he sounds.
Korean.
I feel like
I can do that.
Better solution, or more reasonable sounding at least. Dennis Rodman, local crazy person,
right,
and good friend of Kim Jong-un,
right,
was like, hey, man, if I was ever going to kill someone, I'd lower him into some piranhas. And he was like, oh, good idea.
Yeah. that's two peas in a pod, man.
Right?
Two peas in a pod. You said you'd go the laser route?
Oh, yeah. Like, if I had to die
Dr. Evil.
the same way an evil supervillain, it'd probably be the way where I'm strapped to a table and a slowly moving laser is going to kill me. You know what I mean?
So you would go vertical.
Well, no,
are you going vertical?
Well, that's how
the way they do it in the
That's how
movies.
they do it in the movies.
You're laying on the table, the laser's creeping up on you, it comes between your legs.
Yeah, and then I flash it away with my watch or something, and then I escape.
So, you planned your escape if this happens.
Oh, yeah.
See, it's exactly why I wouldn't do it that way. If I was an evil dictator and I was going to use some evil movie type device, yeah, I'll take the laser.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna make sure it's horizontal. I'm not cutting you just in half. That's too easy.
Yeah.
I'll start at your toes.
Oh God.
And just slice.
You're gonna trim
really, really thin slices, dude. I mean, I'm with laser accuracy. just really small. Just there go your toes.
Well, at that point, why use a laser? Why not one of those things at like sub shops that they use to like cut up the ham?
Like a meat cutter?
Like a meat cutter. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, that's the technical term.
I don't know if it is.
Yeah, you go out to the sub shop and you're like, hey, can you give me some of that ham? The guy's like, can't do it. My meat cutter's down. But I have a laser.
Toasts it too.
That was your Beerski 30. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Cheers to you, Kage Kult. We are Rock 100.5, Atlanta's rock station. Rock 100.5, Atlanta's rock station, Kage Kult Show. Is this wrapped up so...
Did you do that? I didn't do that.
I may have fidgeted with it.
Ah.
All right, there we go.
It's time for...
Is this DBAC ASMR?
It's ASMR.
I don't quite know what it's... Hold on. Wait. I know enough of what it is to explain it, but I...
Oh, is that the whispering thing?
Yeah, it's like whispering and like crinkling stuff.
Yeah, like the whisper. Yeah,
this.
Did you say docking?
Crinkling?
Oh.
I did not say docking.
Don't Google that.
ASMR.
That's right. It's a damn bitches. So it's a sensory thing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
People do that to like sleep, right?
Yeah, but like they'll do it to like people eating food and stuff. It's very odd, and it's got to be sexual.
And docking.
Not touching that one.
No, don't touch it. Well, don't know what docking is, but all right. A Florida woman was arrested for domestic battery following an argument with her live-in boyfriend. Cops from the Indian Harbor Police Department came across a scene of vicious violence.
Ooh, that's some nice alliteration.
After responding to a disturbance call last week, according to the police report out of Florida, a man complained that his live-in girlfriend had attacked him during an altercation in the early hours of Tuesday. During the fight, the woman became enraged, and she struck her boyfriend with a brush.
Ow! That's
all I had. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I know.
It was a marker.
Jesus.
I don't have a brush.
It's like a heavy marker, though.
The report states that the man had blood running down his left side of his face because she had struck him with her fists, and her nails scratched his face. Also had some visible bruising. The individual also told officers that this chick, Katie Lee Pitchford, grabbed him by his balls and squeezed them until they were bleeding.
She grabbed me down there.
Look at her. You're almost like, well, kind of.
You know, it's the bleeding?
Yeah, it's a little too far. But if she was to, say...
Dial it back a notch.
She's got dark hair. She's got pretty features. It's just her head, though.
Got that Morticia Addams thing going on.
Yeah, she's a little gothy.
Yeah.
So if there was no blood, maybe just a little, because it's fun during sex, maybe a little tug, right?
Personally, not super into it.
No, I don't want, it can't be a painful tug. Just a little, like a playful, like a sack of marbles, right? She's just playing with a little sack of marbles. Just a little.
Right, no, I get it.
Yeah. It's like David Bowie in Labyrinth.
Yeah, do the contact juggling.
Right, those balls that are just going around his hands.
Do you know he wasn't actually the one who did that?
Well, I don't know why you would ruin that for me.
It's one guy. It's a guy sticking his arm up because it's way funnier to picture David Bowie just standing normally and one guy out of frame.
Why would they do that? Why would they? I mean, just show the hand,
right? I don't know
why have a guy coming in from out of frame.
Do it
with his arm like that.
Because that pose is iconic where he's just like,
No, I know, but it's the movies. They could have probably done something to make that happen.
Yeah, it's true. Could have taught him how to do it.
After the man said the woman put her hands around his throat and he couldn't breathe, he wrestled her by the arms and was able to get away to call police. Pitchford admitted the two were arguing but said nothing physical happened. His balls were bleeding. So that throws that out the window.
There's that.
And that's the thing. There's no way he did that to himself.
Probably not.
Like, if he's trying to pull a ruse, right? He'd be like, oh, boom, he punched himself in the face. She hit me. Not one dude's going with the balls.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. The 21-year-old, who was already on a felony probation for resisting an officer with violence back in November of 2017, was placed under arrest for battery. While in the back of the patrol car, Pitchford asked to talk to the victim to say she was sorry. She was booked without incident and turned over to the Brevard County Sheriff's Office and then was immediately charged with, damn, bitches are crazy.
Your afternoon drive sucks. Does your entertainment have to as well? Hell no. So stick with the Kage Kult Show.
Rock 100.5. Yeah. It's Atlanta's rock station. That was your mandatory Metallica. I'm Jesse Cage. There's a 71-year-old dude named Leonard Durkin from Leeds, England. He died a few weeks ago from heart failure. And before he died, he told his family he has just one wish: to be buried with a bacon double cheeseburger from Burger King.
From Burger King?
That's a highly underrated bacon double cheeseburger, by the way. I do like that flame broiled gimmick over there.
I think if you're going bacon covered, you got to go Wendy's. Regular burger, I think you go an McDonald's.
Overall bacon burger experience, I think, is a Burger King burger because the bun is good too.
I think the bun's fine at Wendy's.
Well, I know what you think.
The patties are better at Wendy's.
Did I ask you your opinion on this? And am I going to go into an entire diatribe as far as to what burger is better with you? I'm not. I'm not doing this again.
Wendy's has better honey mustard. Either way.
Chili's has the best honey. No, we're not doing this. This happens in the 6 o'clock hour a lot. I'm hungry. You're hungry. The Kage Kult's hungry. We just walk on down this road. Listen, this is the dude who was dying, all right?
Right.
Okay? And he just wanted this. He wanted the bacon double cheeseburger from Burger King. Don't take it away from him. His family, they didn't take it away. They honored that wish. On the way to his funeral, his kids had the entire funeral procession go through a Burger King drive-thru, and his 50-year-old son, Pete, ordered the burger and put it on top of his dad's coffin. Then they went over to the crematorium, held the funeral, and Leonard was cremated with the burger.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
He got what he wanted, man. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
You can go out with something, whether it's in your casket or on top of the casket going into the crematorium. What are you going to take with you?
Okay, so I've got
Magic the Gathering cards.
I wasn't going to go Magic the Gathering. Yeah, my favorite card, Kamal Pit Fighter. I want to bring him with me.
What'd you call him?
Kamal Pit Fighter. He's not a very good card, but I really like him. Irregardless.
You just say that to piss me off.
I do.
Really, really ridiculous. Go on.
When my grandpa died and we were scouring through his stuff, we found a sword that he made.
A sword?
A sword.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think bringing that along would be pretty cool because they they say you're supposed to bring, whatever you're buried with, you actually bring into the afterlife.
Right.
So, I either am going to have to fight something off if I have to, I'm equipped, or if it's like, is this guy going to get into heaven or hell? God sees me as like, all right, that guy's got a pretty badass sword. I'm bringing him.
Nerd.
I want to hang out with this guy.
That's why they used to put the coins on the eyes so you can get across the river Styx.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Except
pretty cool.
Cool sword.
What are you gonna fight the guy that's driving the boat?
No,
like you're gonna insist that he takes you across? He doesn't want your sword. He wants 2 nickels.
Put
a couple shekels. I don't know.
Put 2 Sacagawea gold dollars on my eyes.
Right, that's what he wants.
It's like a MARTA station.
Are you going to be cremated, or do you want to do the casket burial gimmick?
I think I want to be cremated just because, like, there's so many bodies. I feel like it's probably...
I feel like it would be so hot, even though you're not going to feel it.
The cremation?
No. The cremation, obviously, but I think that's a quick, like,
you're
burnt up and you're gone.
Done.
To be in a coffin under the ground, it'd just be so hot and stuffy.
Plus, if you're cremated, you can be made into something.
Yeah. Well, we said before you could be a vinyl record. That's something they were doing. You could be a glass dildo.
Also something.
You know, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is a lot of guys, they say, if they were going to have their ashes put into something, make me a sex toy. You have no idea who's going to use that thing.
It's true.
Because you exist forever then as a sex toy, and at some point your lover is going to die. Mm-hmm. And that sex toy is going to get found by somebody, and they're going to use it.
Probably.
And probably not somebody you want to use it.
Maybe somebody you want to use it.
There's a chance.
Possibly.
But if you lined up like 10 random people, how many of those 10 random people do you want to use your ashes?
4.
4 of them, right.
Statistically
so
speaking.
I don't like that. I don't like the odds.
Yeah.
It's not even 50-50.
Well, how about you? What would you want to be buried with?
I want to be buried. Well, see, I want to be cremated. So for whatever, arrangement that is made as far as the funeral goes beforehand, the memorial or whatever, I want to be in my Metallica autographed jersey. You've seen it. It's the one that's hanging on my wall. It's in the frame.
Yeah, it's a very cool jersey.
So Crystal will have to unframe it and go ahead and put it on my cold, dead body.
Really?
Yeah, I want to be cremated in that.
You wouldn't want to pass that down to like a son or a...
Is that a dig on the fact that I probably won't
producer?
have a son?
No,
I mean, like, I don't.
I firmly believe you're gonna.
Wait
have
a minute,
kids.
you're going the dad route with me again, aren't you?
I was
you
not.
Literally just went there. You're like a son or a producer.
I'm just saying
that you think of as a son, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Just saying.
Only if I'm banging Laura by that point.
Nah.
Only if I'm banging your mom. Listen, okay, here's the deal. Laura, I know you're listening. Laura let me know she was listening the other day, by the way, on my Facebook page. Yeah.
Of course she did.
She did. She said she loves the show.
Oh, good. I'm glad
she goes, she doesn't like to learn certain things about you.
Yeah, that tracks.
But she did not say anything about my creepiness, which I take, Laura, Brando's mom, which I take as an invitation to continue being forward about the fact that if Crystal was to die and your husband was to die, that I will tag that. And then when that happens, if that happens, then yes, Brando, I will leave you my jersey. I'll give you my jersey. You'll be my boy.
Ooh,
my boy. I'll say it in my will. Leave it to my baby boy.
My baby boy.
My baby boy. If it's not the jersey, then I want, if Crystal and I are still together, not the mom scenario with you plays out.
Right.
I want Crystal to throw herself into the fire with me. So she's totally able-bodied, right?
Like
she's fine.
Style.
She's good.
Yeah.
And I'm pushed into the crematorium. And she dives in after me because she can't stand to live. That's what I want, Crystal.
That's very selfish of you.
I want you to die when I die. Well, she always said that. She said, well, if I die, I want you to die with me, so we have to die like in a plane crash or something, so we die together, right?
Yeah.
Well, if that's what you really want, babe, if you really mean it, when I kick it because I have a massive coronary, you're gonna have to dive into the crematorium with me. Did you read about that chick who... This is kind of sad, actually. In her will, she wanted her dog to be euthanized.
Whoa!
So the dog could be in the coffin with her.
What the hell?
Dog totally healthy. They did it.
That's what?
They did it.
Jesus Christ.
Because it was in her will. It was in her will to have it done. Thy will be done.
Oh, my God.
So they cremated the dog.
That is
Maybe I'll just do that. I'll put it in my will. You've got to kill Crystal.
Oh, my God.
She just sent me, she's listening. She sent me a text with a bunch of flame emojis. So she's willing to do it. That's so sweet, babe. You're willing to dive in to the crematorium with me.
Huh.
But don't hurt the dogs.
No. The dogs are fine. Do you know that's how the original Hunchback of Notre Dame story ends?
Euthanize the dog?
No, the chick dies, and
Right.
Quasimodo's like, I don't want to be without her. And he crawls up in her casket and dies.
It's crazy.
They didn't really include that in the Disney one.
They should have.
Yeah, better movie.
404, it's not a bad Disney movie,
No,
though.
it's great. I'm just saying it would be a better movie.
404-741-7625. 404-741-ROCK. Rock 100.5, Atlanta's rock station. It is the Kage Kult Show. Got a message on the Twitters last night. This dude was like, hey, man, I got to get a copy of that camel toe gimmick you did. The oh, no, there's my camel toe?
I was going to say, if any other show had been sent that message, it would be a very different situation.
Way different, but it's very clear what we're talking about. It's, oh, no, there's my camel toe.
Hey, Cage, got to get that camel toe.
Well, he's like, you need to do a podcast, too. And I was like, what kind of podcast do you want? And he's like, like a replay of your show. I go, well, that's a replay of my show. That's not a podcast.
Very different things.
We could do that, by the way. We need to do it after we get back from vacation. By mid-July, we'll start doing a replay, at least of the
good stuff.
The majority of the show.
Yeah.
We can make that happen, but that's going to be a replay. I also want to do an actual podcast. Because podcast people are smart people, man. Podcast people know that if you're just doing a replay, that's just a replay. Nothing wrong with it. Don't call it a podcast. It's a replay of your show, which is totally fine. Mm-hmm. I want to do a podcast where we get some new material. Maybe we take a piece of the show that we couldn't go as blue as we wanted on it. We couldn't get as dirty as we wanted because the podcast, that's outside of the FCC stuff. So we could sit there and we could take a piece of our show and we push the envelope. We get right up to that line a lot.
I want to say the F word.
Right, so...
Let me say it.
Well, not right now.
I'm not going to say it right now, but I want to.
I know you're yelling at me right now. I don't know why you're yelling.
I just want to say the F word.
We're just about wrapping things up. I get that you want to say the F word.
I'm not gonna.
Right? Yes, you're right. You will not. But if we do a podcast, we can take this very break right here. And then every time you say, I was going to say the F word, you can actually say it, right?
By Jove.
So we'll try to get that accomplished by mid-July. Let us go on vacation first because, well, I'm just too lazy at this point to make any of those things. It's honesty. I'm being honest with you. There's no way in hell over the next 2 weeks I'm going to be able to make that happen. But we can do it when we're refreshed from vacation. And on that podcast, we'll also do little segments where we can replay some of the commercials that we do.
Yeah, we'll have a sponsor break.
Right, just like this. Hi, Jesse Cage here for Oh No, There's My Camel Toe. Ladies, when you slide into your yoga pants, do you see the slight or not so slight appearance of your naughty bits?
Sometimes.
Are you embarrassed by the way those comfy leggings shine a light on your most intimate of areas?
Maybe.
Does it look like you're trying to smuggle Joe Camel's right hoof down the front of your tight trousers? Well, fear the cut of that cleave no more with Oh No, There's My Camel Toe. With the accuracy of space-age technology, we've designed a gel pad which will erase that naughty space. That's right, just lay the special intimate insole into your panties and poof, your poon looks like a smooth dune. Sandworms not included.
I couldn't believe it. As soon as I slid my Oh No, There's My Camel Toe pad in my undies, I looked just like a Barbie doll down there. No more did I have to deal with the unwanted glance of a man or of an adventurous woman who wanted to see what livestock foot I was packing in my panties. Thanks, Oh No, There's My Camel Toe.
And ladies, if your camel toe is a bit more like a moose foot that was bit by a wasp, we introduce Don't You Chuckle at My Moose Knuckle. Just send a self-addressed stamped envelope with a picture of your toe or knuckle, and our team will work on building your pad to perfection. We won't be returning the picture of your lady bits due to the hours of vigorous, intense study that we have to perform to perfect your pad.
Sure, yeah. Thanks, Oh No, There's My Camel Toe.
You've been listening to the Kage Kult Show. I guess there's not much more to say except sorry.
Anytime a sentence starts with that, you're not.
I don't want a doctor to tell me that.
You look like a tough guy. I'm not going to give you the gas. I'm just going to give you some Novocaine, and we're going to take those puppies out. Do you know what he did? The young cowboy upstart dentist
shot it with a 6-shooter?
He gets up, and he puts his foot on the corner of the chair.
Oh, no.
For leverage. A dentist. A real doctor. I wasn't in some alley someplace. I was in a doctor's office. so he can get leverage to yank my damn tooth out.
Oh, my God.
Oh, well, maybe see you tomorrow. Rock 100.5.